How 5 natural treatments for osteoarthritis help your health. Osteoarthritis natural treatments. Osteoarthritis typically affects people over 50 years old and is common in menopausal women. It's characterized by 1. Stiffness and pain within the joints, and 2. It often presents itself in the knees, hands, hips and spine, in the form of the cartilage between the joints becoming worn, hence the nickname of wear and aging arthritis. Do you know of anyone who suffers with osteoarthritis? In this 7th video in the series of the Secrets of Arthritis, you'll discover how 5 natural treatments for osteoarthritis help your health. Before then, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying the other videos in this series, and then please click the grey bell icon to be notified of future videos being uploaded to the Natural Health Guys channel. Although common in mature women, it doesn't mean you have to continually suffer from the painful effects of osteoarthritis, whatever your age. There are natural treatments and solutions you can turn to, which we'll cover in a moment. The reason a person may begin to suffer with this type of arthritis is usually due to dietary issues. How does the onset of osteoarthritis happen? What usually happens is 1. Calcium salts may accumulate within the joints, causing small crystals of calcium hydroxyapatite to form. 2. In an attempt to correct the condition, the biochemical changes within the cartilage can cause hyperplasia, or an overgrowth of bone cells. 3. This can be compounded in elderly people who commonly experience a diminished supply of HCl, hydrochloric acid, in their stomach. 4. HCl is necessary for calcium metabolism to occur properly. To combat osteoarthritis, there are a number of natural treatments available to you, some dealing with the symptoms, and one, in particular, dealing with the root cause. So, what follows is, in effect, a number of short-term options combined with a long-term solution. Natural arthritis treatments. Number 1. Apple cider vinegar. One way of dealing with this symptom for individuals dealing with less stomach acid is to add 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar to a glass of water and sip with each meal. Number 2. A warm and dry climate. Arthritis sufferers who live in coastal regions or areas with lots of humidity often report more aches and pains as compared to those who live in a more arid climate. So, depending on where you live, visit or move to, a warm and drier climate can be a great relief from pain, whilst improving overall mobility. It's not a remedy in a bottle or out of a packet, but it's a great help and probably a lot better. Consider this. Is osteoarthritis as big a problem in Spain, Italy, Portugal, and Greece, for example, than it is in Northern Europe, Canada, and the northern states of the US? Number 3. Topical treatments. Here are 3 suggestions for you to consider. 1. Try taking warm baths with Epsom salts twice a week. This is a great way to relax the body and mind, and to absorb some magnesium through your skin. 2. Capsicum cream made from cayenne pepper is another excellent option for stimulating circulation and bringing blood flow to stagnant joints. It's easy to make your own using an unscented lotion, or coconut oil, or olive oil. Break open a capsule and gradually increase the amount as your skin tolerates it. 3. Packs of compresses made from jojoba oil are also very soothing. Apply cold and hot compresses twice a day on affected areas, followed by using a cold compress at bedtime to help significantly reduce inflammation. Number 4. Diet. This is a big one. Remember, conditions ending in itis mean inflammation, and in this case, chronic inflammation, as a consequence of a predominantly processed and ultra-processed food and drinks diet that you've been exposed to since birth. There are 2 key aspects to this. 1. Sticking to a low-sodium, low-sugar, processed-free, high-fiber diet to get your overall health back on track is very beneficial, and can be implemented as of now. And 2. Increasing your consumption of oily fish, such as wild salmon, anchovies, mackerel, herring and sardines, which will help to lubricate, maintain and protect your joints from the inside. Equally, there are 2 aspects to be aware of. 1. Food myths. Here are the more common myths. A. It's said that citrus fruits and lemons can take calcium out of your bones. However, citrus fruits have many antioxidant qualities, such as vitamin C, which fights inflammation and helps repair damaged tissue. B. Fasting helps to improve symptoms. There's no proof to substantiate such a claim. However, losing weight to reduce pressure on your joints can only be good and help the pain. C. Putting salt in your shoes. You can see where this came from. A dry climate, such as the salt lakes in southeastern Spain which help draw in the damp sea air, makes sense, but placing salt in your shoes to help to draw dampness from your bones and other areas of your body is a bit far-fetched, to say the least. And 2. Fish oil and cod liver oil. Most fish oil and cod liver oil, both containing anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids, are ineffective because they are devoid of the natural antioxidant polyphenols that are present in oily fish. Why is this important? The simple answer is that fish oil without the polyphenols oxidize, that is, it goes off and loses its potency, thereby becoming ineffective by the time the oil reaches your cell membranes. So, make sure you take a combined fish oil and polyphenol antioxidant product. And one other point to be aware of is that many fish oil type products show vitamin E or a selection of herbs as the antioxidant. These are not the same as the polyphenol antioxidants, and so are also ineffective and useless. Number 5. Supplements. Natural supplements, such as zinc, magnesium, vitamin E, vitamin A, vitamin B6, vitamin D3 and pantothenic acid, vitamin B5, reportedly help to ease the symptoms of osteoarthritis. There are two considerations to bear in mind though, regarding both the quantity and the quality of such supplements. 1. Quantity. If you're taking a multivitamin product, check how much of the above that you're already taking each day, and compare it with what you should be taking. It's wise to consult your local doctor or health practitioner about this, especially if you're already taking prescription medication. And 2. Quality. Are the supplements that you're taking actually working? For example, a simple vitamin D test can determine if your body is deficient in vitamin D, or if you have too much vitamin D. Likewise, if you're taking fish oil supplements thinking that you'll obtain benefits from the omega-3 fatty acids, then a simple omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid ratio or index test will determine if those supplements are working. Summing up and in conclusion, the natural treatments for osteoarthritis are not to be underestimated. An underlying problem of chronic inflammation doesn't require much to be triggered to start the onset of osteoarthritis. An ongoing poor diet, the damp northern hemisphere climate, and even stress factors are all triggers that the medical profession focuses on, resulting in medications being applied to the symptoms. And don't forget that a lot of medications have adverse side effects. Unfortunately, the problem is more deep-rooted than that, and it's left to the individual to undertake their own due diligence to determine what's best for their osteoarthritis. So, the 5 natural treatments for osteoarthritis shared in this video and article can go a long way in helping osteoarthritis sufferers, whether that's you, and/or anyone you know, to get on with their lives as comfortably as possible. The Secrets of Arthritis video series is continued in the next video, which considers the benefits of bromelain, an enzyme found in pineapples, for arthritis and inflammation. We hope you found this video How 5 Natural Treatments for Osteoarthritis Help Your Health helpful and of interest. So please feel free to share with people you think will also find this video worth watching. And don't forget to leave a comment or ask a question in the comments section below this video. To get more videos like this one, why not become an exclusive subscriber of this channel? By clicking on the subscribe button in the bottom right corner of this video, and then click the grey bell icon to ensure you get notified of when the next video is uploaded. Finally, if you'd like more information about osteoarthritis and arthritis in general for you or anyone you know who suffers with any form of arthritis, check out the other videos in this series by clicking on the end screen at the end of this video. Thanks for watching.